A mind is a terrible thing to waste. This well-known phrase was coined back in 1972 by Arthur Fletcher, widely referred to as the father of affirmative action, and the former head of the United Negro College Fund. The philosophy behind this successful slogan was to raise money for the many highly qualified and motivated black students who couldn't afford to attend college. 4 decades later, in 2007, former Bermuda Premier Dr. Hubert Barnes stated that our young people are our future. They're Bermuda's future. And in today's global society, it's absolutely critical that as many as our young people as possible have the opportunity for social advancement in the 21st century. Then in 2014, American President Dr. Obama said, if we want America to lead in the 21st century, nothing is more important than giving everyone the best education possible from the day they start their career. He went on to saying that education is not a luxury. Earning a post-secondary degree or credential is a prerequisite for 21st century jobs. While the importance of obtaining a good education appears to be on every political leader's agenda, they never seem to give a meaningful explanation as to what it really means to be educated beyond obtaining a college degree. So this leads me to pose the following questions. How does an educated mind prepare us for social advancement in the 21st century? How will an educated mind prepare us to take our place in a global society? And more important, what purpose or value will a college degree hold in our current economic climate where we see an increasing number of unemployed college graduates? As a college student, beginning your freshman year, one of the most important tasks is to learn to take charge of your own life and make your own choices. This is a time for maturity and growth, setting priorities and building character. You will have the advantage of making friends with people from distant places with a multitude of backgrounds, cultures, and experiences. These acquaintances may have similar values and interests, but may have a completely different experience than you. Many college students join organizations and student associations which help them to enhance their social skills and better prepare them for future working relationships. When considering the benefits and value of college, most people only think about how a college degree will impact their own life. They don't consider the impact it will have on their families. As I was doing my research, I read an intriguing article in USA Today about a study done on people with a higher education. The study found that children of parents with a higher education are more likely to earn a college degree, are usually more successful, and are usually more successful socially, economically, and are more likely to become involved in their communities. Higher education will more than likely influence the overall welfare of their family for generations. The study also found that people with a higher education tend to live much better lifestyles. A higher percentage of adults with a high school diploma or less were more likely to smoke and abuse alcohol compared to those with a higher education. Now, there are many different reasons for this, such as students engaged in higher learning tend to comprehend better, and as a result, make more informed decisions. They are more forward thinkers, do more research on subjects of interest, and engage in more positive health-related behaviors. Distinguished alpha man Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of a true education. In conclusion, I believe that obtaining a college degree, no matter what the state of the economy, is invaluable. Its hidden values such as raising a family, social connections, skills for entrepreneurship, critical thinking, and building character, and discovering your life's purpose is immeasurable. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tariq Brown of Impact Mentoring Academy. Coming to the stage now, we have Zarin Bennett of the Bermuda Institute.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you know someone who just sounds completely uneducated? Hey, boy, where you get your education from? Me? I got my learners from Marketplace University. It only cost me $5.99 because I got them on Disco Wednesdays too. This as opposed to a sentence that sounds like this. Whilst in English class today, the teacher was articulating his opinion on a rather monotonous poem, when he did wallow upon the delivery of a word. After about 30 seconds had passed, did one of my classmates manage to deliver the word in one fluent breath? Which of these sentences sounds like the person has more of an education to you? John F. Kennedy states, The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. Education is the basis of all things learned throughout life and is never ceasing. One can never stop being educated. Education costs more than it did in the past. There is an increasing amount of young adults who are unemployed, even with college degrees. Now let me state, a degree has not always been considered a key to getting a good job. But looking at the current state of the economy, one can say that university is a good investment. The unemployment rate from the 2013 Labor Force survey suggests that Bermuda's unemployment rate has fallen from 8% to 7%. There is reported to be 5,611 unemployed Bermudians. Statistics show that those who haven't even finished high school had a much higher unemployment rate than those who had at least a bachelor's degree in college. In a world that is so dependent on skill and service, a college degree holds a level of importance. I believe education has a critical value in today's society. It is a means and a way between haves and have-nots. It is a means and a way to define opportunities for oneself and for one's community. It is a critical step in establishing a balanced dimension between an individual and an individual's community. According to the College Board, college costs 3 to 4 times more than it did 20 years ago. Although students who attend college stand a better chance of getting a job than those who did not receive higher education, those who graduate with a college degree don't always get employment automatically. The next example of how education possesses a higher value is shown in the amount of unemployed college graduates there are. Nearly 1 in 11 college graduates are unemployed 6 months after leaving university, the highest proportion for 17 years, a study shows. The study found that 8.9% of graduates were out of a job 6 months, a 1% rise in the highest previous year. Education is a beginning, not the end. It is the tools to build and not the building itself. A college education is of much importance, I believe now more than ever. There are many benefits that come along with getting a college education. The unemployment rates are lower. You are at an advantage of a job over someone who hasn't gone to college. Going to college gives you more knowledge to further any information you may have already been obtained with high school education. We must find out at a young age the gifts and the talents of young people and find ways to keep passions motivated. Education is very important. However, due to today's economy, it is more valued than before. With all the modern day distractions like Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and all the rest, we must find ways to keep our young people engaged, motivated, and committed to make themselves and their communities better. Higher education is important, but we must change the model of why one should want higher education. This model should be based on service and commitment. Service to God, service to family, and service to the community. People who use education not as a whip, but to help pull others up. Higher education must make the world better. It must make education better for future generations. It must pave the road for success generationally. My generation is just as passionate about higher education as generations of old. Watch and support as we change the future of Bermuda, one student at a time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zarin Bennett, Bermuda Institute. Coming to the stage at this time, Taj Cox Salters Grammar School.
Good evening. The well-known world leader Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Education, more than any other factor, gives you a better life than the generations before us. Education provides us with a foundation of knowledge that we need in order to make the changes and advances required to progress our civilization. For some high school seniors, college will be the next step in life after graduation. However, this will not be the case for many because of reasons such as the rising cost of tuition and fees, the falling economy, the current level of unemployment of some parents, and lack of faith of securing a job in their field of study. These are legitimate reasons. However, not enough reasons to give up on your dreams. There is a saying, if there is a will, there is a way. You just have to want it enough to go the actual miles to obtain it. It is my belief that obtaining a college degree increases a person's knowledge, skills, and abilities, which makes them a more valuable asset to our society. Studies show that in the countries with current economies like Bermuda, unemployment rates among college graduates are far lower than those persons with just a high school diploma. Having a college degree increases your chances of employment, especially if your area of study is in demand. The decline of employment in Bermuda falls within the tourism, construction, and civil service sector. These areas employ large numbers of people without a university degree. The advantages to a college education is not just about the diploma you receive, it is about gaining a deeper understanding of our world and our economy. It is having the knowledge you need to survive in today's society. A college education helps you develop your perspective on the world around you and pushes you to think both creatively and conceptually about various subjects. Higher education opens your mind to many things you normally would not be exposed to. It helps you build socially, as well as develop problem-solving skills and decision-making skills, and teaches you about teamwork. A college education gives you an advantage and allows you to compete globally. It also helps you develop in discipline, time management, and research skills which are transferable at any time into employment. While many college graduates find jobs immediately, others are finding that it takes several months before they are able to find a position they can accept. Some have also found themselves unable to find work at all in their field of study. This may be due to factors such as their area of study that may be overprescribed in Bermuda, the quality of the college attended, meaning it is not accredited in Bermuda, or basically the graduate's attitude. The best way to avoid these situations is to obtain a degree that is in high demand and specialized area in Bermuda. Research the best skills and make sure they are recognized by Bermuda's accredited standards. High school seniors need to know where the demands of employment are before entering into college. They need to research what is required to qualify for the jobs that will exist in 5 years' time. According to employment website, BermudaAttractions.com, the demands are currently in university education, the insurance industry, finance sector, information technology, medicine, and the culinary field. The world is made up of various jobs, and some of them may not require a college degree. However, they do require a high school diploma, which is some form of education. While obtaining a college degree may not be for everyone, I believe it is the best and surest path to a fulfilled and prosperous life. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Taj Cox, Soltis Grammar School.